Hey everyone, and welcome to the New World channel. Today I'm going to talk to you about fishing. That's how to get a fishing rod and how to fish. Now there's actually two main ways that you can get a fishing rod early on in the game. However, you do need to have reached your first big town before you will be able to make a rod and get to a fishing spot. So let's dive in and have a look at the first method, which is to make a fishing rod. First thing you'll need is some fibre. Now the only way to get fibre early on in the game is to either buy it from the trade store or farm hemp. For hemp you will need a sickle, so make sure that you've managed to make one of these earlier on in the game. It is part of some of the quests, so you should already have one by this point. Hemp is this big purple and green flower and is dotted around, so you may have trouble finding it depending on which way you exit your town, but generally if you head south out of towns you will find some. The other is, if you haven't already got a load, you will need some wood. One small tree will be good enough here. Then you can either set up camp to make your fishing rod, or obviously head back to town and make it from one of the woodworking stations. And if you do want to use a camp, you will need a bit more wood and some flint, which you've most likely been picking up as you went around anyway. Once you can do that, you can just head into your craft menu and pick wooden fishing pole from the survival menu. And there you have it, you have your fishing rod. Now if you don't want to go the crafting route, or if you're not going crafting in general, then there is another way to get your fishing rod. If you go to the second pontoon in the first fishing area between your main town and the first big farm, there will be a guy with a yellow arrow over his head who will give you a mission to pick up some bait. Now using the bulrushes will not get you the bait, you need to do standard bushes, and then you can get the woodlouse bait. Woodlouse are only in the bushes, you get firefly from bulrushes, and then once you complete that mission you will get your fishing rod. So on to the actual fishing aspect then. If you do want to pick up a bit of an extra mission, you can pick up a fishing challenge from that vendor as well. So head over to the water, hit F3, or if you've rebound it for your fishing button, and pick your bait. Now it doesn't seem to matter a lot what bait you use at this point in the game, but I can imagine it will later on. Once you've selected your bait, you want to hold the left mouse button to aim your cast, and you're aiming to hit that max bar if you want. It doesn't really matter, it just really matters about the depth of the water. So you can get a max cast, but I'm still in shallow water there. Now if you do click before it says this go, then you will just pull out the rod without doing anything. But as soon as that hook comes up, if you hit the left mouse button, you'll see that you will then catch onto that fish. And you can then get this kind of reel motion. This is just pressing the left mouse button to reel in. And you want to keep that bar from going red and pulsing. So all you want to do is just ease off as you reel that fish in and keep it in the green until it comes close. Depending on the size of the fish depends on how much of a fight that they put up. And sometimes you will be waiting a bit longer than others for it to catch on. If it's an easy fish, you'll be able to reel it in quite far before that bar turns orange and then red and starts pulsing. And if you don't stop when it starts pulsing red, you will snap and lose the fish, which will also damage your fishing rod a bit, as it does wear and tear anyway, but it will damage it more if the line breaks. Now the other thing to note about fishing is there are some things called hotspots, and you can see that I just did a short cast into the hotspot there. So these are these circles where you see fish jumping out near the edge of fishing spots. Sometimes these are a bit further in on rivers, but otherwise you will see them quite obviously. And this will give you some of the bigger fish and also some more rare fish. So they are worth looking out for if you want to get into fishing. As you can see, even though it was a really short cast, this is quite a fighty fish. So those hotspots do give you some rare fish. Managed to catch a small piranha there that really put up a fight. So there you have it. There's how to get your fishing rod, how to fish, and fishing hotspots. Let us know in the comments below what you've managed to catch so far, and what was your first fish, and what was your most rare fish to date. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, stay up to date with all things New World. We'll have plenty of guides and gameplay going forwards. Take care and see you next time.